Hello. This is the official beginning of the artist talk of today. For those of you who just watched this strange thing going on a few minutes ago, we were trying to figure out how to make this happen with 3 participants this time. While you guys are gathering and joining us again, I will do a brief intro. I can see that our guests of today are coming, and I will also now to the live video. Yeah.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Yes, all good.
Hey. Okay.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hey.
It's great that it worked now, like super flawlessly. Before we start the actual talk with our guests today, I will do a little intro. My name is Alina. Today we're going to be talking with Thiago and Ludwig. These guys are representative of WORRAN Sound Collective. And what are we going to talk about today? This is basically a live artist talk that we do every Saturday. This is a part of our Spring Fall series, and this is the final artist talk of this session. We had 9 weeks of artists and their works being presented to you every Thursday. Right now we're showing a sound poem from WORRAN. We started streaming it on Thursday evening, and you can find it on our YouTube channel until Sunday evening. And we show different things. We showed podcast style sound pieces, we showed video essays, experimental video works, and today we'll be talking about sound poem or sonic poem. To start our conversation, I'd like to say that WORRAN consists of 4 sound artists that are based in different countries, in Portugal, in Spain, in Germany, and in Belgium.
Brussels.
In this little screen today, we could only fit two of the artists, but I guess you guys will be mentioning your colleagues anyway today during the talk, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I can also see Arzu, who's joining us. Arzu is also one of the WORRAN people, and maybe you can tell about your 4th member.
The 4th member is Joan from Barcelona. Yes, he's a percussionist and composer and teacher, and he is a very nice person. We met in Spain. Yes, that's where we all met actually in the audio camp, Audio Talaya, near Barcelona. Yes. Where was it? What was the name? El Polel.
El Polel,
place in the mountains, and there we did a lot of small workshops in different groups, and that's where we met and also already worked together, and yeah.
And that was almost 3 years ago.
Also with Arzu.
Yes, Arzu also.
Mm.
Ludwig, can I ask you maybe to move a little closer to the mic, just for the sound?
Okay.
Sorry, also if I'm not understanding.
Because of the feedback.
Yeah, I also am having a little bit of difficult hearing, but so sorry if I had to repeat it again.
It's better now?
It's a little better. It can be better. I'm not sure.
Can be even better. Okay, maybe I do it like this. Maybe. Yeah. Can we talk better like that? Do you understand me now? Not better.
Yeah, I hear you good.
Yeah, I think it's working now.
Okay, cool.
I can imagine that you answered this question already quite a few times about how did you meet. And when we had artist talk with Arzu a few weeks ago, she was also telling us about Maya, what kind of things you were doing. But I wanted to ask, 3 years later, already you've done several things, you released some content. When you look back at that summer, how can you define what was you were doing with each other? Was it the day one, or did you go all home and then realize that you want to work together?
I had again difficult to understand the question. Sorry, but I'm having here also some technical problems. But I think I can guess what you meant. Yeah, actually there was a moment there that usually we talk about it. We had like nice jams as well while doing the workshops and the plan of the summer camp. There was one night or two that we all were playing together, and Ludwig, I think Joan as well, and Arzu and me were part of that jam session, and it was nice, and we clicked right away there. And I mean, of course, also speaking during the day.
It was a very long session. Even the workshop leader came out by night and said, "Now it's okay." So we just did one.
Yeah, exactly.
It was really cool.
Like, go to bed.
Yeah. Now it's good. So yeah, it's the kind of good communication that works between us, I think. And yeah, and it continued even by distance. So it's a good sign.
That continue, yeah. It continue after like texting.
But in fact, so I go back, Tiago, to what you said, that it was during a jam, yeah? So you felt that you...
I mean, I could, yeah. If I could pinpoint it as a specific moment, it could be that jam, for example, or for me, it kind of reminds me. But I mean, it's like Ludwig said, it was also this interaction during the day, and we had to do their like different groups every day as a way of we knowing different people. And for example, me and Ludwig were in the first group in the first week, and at least from my side, I think we also got really well since from that first task. Curious enough, I didn't have I was going to say that I didn't have Arzu on my group, but I had it at the end too. Maybe Joan as well. Yeah, me, Joan, and Arzu joined it at the end, and Ludwig as well. No, you were also the final group.
We didn't work so much together in the workshops. It was one or two, but we met every day, and what a kind of chemistry.
And did you ever meet all together since then? Ever?
Yes, once. No,
once.
All together we met once in Mataró, where we produced, where we had a lot of excessive jams for hours, and now this is the material for our album that we have released this year.
You're talking about the album that was put together, released just recently, right? In March.
Yeah, for guerrilla sessions, yes. So we
met in Barcelona at the place of Joan, near Barcelona in Mataró, and in it's a kind of a laboratory of different art circles.
Like a cultural center in the city where there's this strong sense of community, and Joan also had a space there, a studio. And he was there since the beginning. It was like this old automobile factory. So we wanted to, after a year of working via online, we were like, let's try to meet. And Joan was like, well, maybe here it could be a nice place. And we just went there. We just wanted to be in the same place and do something. I don't know if the album was kind of planned, but it naturally went in that direction, and it was a way of also trying to see how I mean, essentially learn each other sonically and personally again, and for jams. And then it evolved naturally to much more than that. But interesting enough, it's like Ludwig was saying, it was very intensive. I mean, we had the beach really right next to the place we were playing, and we never went. I mean, Ludwig went at night. He had some night swim.
At night because during the day we just worked in the basement, so it was quite dark all the time.
In summer, in the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We just found a basement there. We cleaned it, put in the speakers,
it was a nice
and just
there, and we had a lot of space, and yeah, it was really fun to experiment on also different instruments, and yeah.
And then you were again working with each other live, like in a jam style. So, as I understood, you were constantly playing and recording things that became later this new album. Yeah. Can you hear me, or Thiago, by your eyes, I cannot see that you understand my question.
Yeah, sorry. Can you repeat that? Yeah, I'm really having a trouble here with the headphones. Sorry.
I think somewhere.
I just want to hear some steamed details about that summer and that July that you spent in the basement with this amazing weather while you were jamming non-stop.
Well, yeah. There was definitely interesting moments. For example, we had, I think, for our breaks we would play ping pong. We had a large tournaments of ping pong. That helped. I mean, the space was amazing. We had this like community garden, and we would just have some shopping, walk a little bit, eat, but essentially always jamming. We were quite having fun and eager to experiment. And we all four have different ways of approaching the way we do sound and music, and trying. Sometimes it's like the typical, you're in the same space and what are you doing? Are you using this? Ah, cool, let's try this. And then the interesting part was, and Ludwig, there was one time we went for have some lunch, and Ludwig noticed this, that we were being quite respectful with each other, like too polite, doing the jam, and it was well observed, and we're like, yeah, true. So maybe we should be more aggressive then, like, just do something more crazy if it was on the same tone.
Also, and,
a different dynamic.
To come into interaction more. It was, when everyone is too shy to speak, I felt it like that we were all in the beginning very quiet, and then we gave us some exercises to get to know our language, or to get in touch with each other. And so we worked on dynamics, also on moods. For example, we had an exercise, invented exercise on that.
Did this change over the years, this politeness and, respect that the space you give to each other? How do you work now?
Today, it's very different, I would say.
Yeah. The thing, I think it was always constant, and I think that's why we are still doing it. We were always I think we admire a lot each other, and we respect a lot each other, and that maintains the same. I mean, for example, if you are doing a project and if you are all busy, and if someone has to do that little extra, everyone would do it, and everyone actually through the time did it like this. So, and we would trust that person to do the mastering or mixing, So, but yeah, I think Ludwig is right. I guess also we learn to be more comfortable with each other, and just, bring to the table what are we wanting to do, especially now, for example, that we are jamming again online. But maybe that's another topic, but yeah.
And the starting points, how do you figure, what is the ignition point when a new piece starts?
You mean in there or nowadays?
Nowadays, when you are, when you are in communication but online, how does this starting moment happen normally?
Now we have regular meetings. That's something new,
True.
actually. Since, I don't know, half a year or no, less, 2 or 3 months, that we meet online. We and produce our sounds online on the platform. I think for this proposed for experimental music, it's okay also to have these latencies and different influences by the distance that is between us, and yeah, we just discovered that more or less, that we can just try to do it in real time. And before we had a different system when we produced by distance, which was kind of a layering process. So we started, one person started to create, I don't know, 2-minute tracks or longer, I don't know. And then it was a process of adding and editing at the same time sometimes.
Yeah, I think it was someone would just say, "What about this?" or "Let's try this." Especially Arzu, we have to give some merit there.
Yes.
She usually is the ignition, but it's like let's try this, or there's this idea, or even applications. Sometimes also we use applications as our way of discipline or each other and evolve the bureaucratic technique of these things too, and make deadlines. And
Arzu
it would be like that.
With that, I'm saying Arzu is exceptionally good with creating these bureaucratic techniques that help you to be productive. From my own experience.
Yes, for sure. We approve that. For sure, yeah. Yeah, so it would be more, let's try this idea. And I think that's the cool thing about the collective. It's essentially a playground where you can just bring up ideas and talk about it. And interesting enough, now that we are doing it more regularly, week by week, so it's fun, and you learn and you experiment. And so it would be that process of just, for example, cadaver, like you say, it's like the technique, the cadaveris corpus, you know, I don't know, I never remembered. Yeah. So where you just open a piece, and the other one continues the piece, and the other one continues the piece. For example, for a while, I'd like that.
Shall we talk about the same subject, but with example of the work that Compulsive is presenting? Yeah, the Canarialien.
Right.
Because our audience could have already listened and watched to it. Maybe you can explain how the process was working with that piece.
Yeah, for example, that one, Azo had this poem written by Maud Morik, and she said, well, what about if we do something with like a sound poem? And it was the first one. And yeah, in the spirit of trying, let's go. Everyone wanted to do it, and we start doing it. And then she added also another collaboration with Rebecca Glover to do the voice of the poem.
Really? That was Rebecca?
And yeah, I guess I'm not saying anything wrong, right?
I didn't recognize.
Yeah, I think it is. And then it was like that. So each of us started with one part, and then the other one continue with the musical part, the sonic musical part. And then now, I mean, it's been like 2 years now, I guess, or 3. I don't remember the specifics, who finished it or not. But yeah, it was like this pieces, like puzzle, and taking its time. And that's the cool thing as well. We didn't rush it. We just went naturally.
One special thing about the Canarialien is sound sample. I'm not sure if it was the start. We had a little guest here in Berlin in our flat. There was a canary. No, it's not a canary. A canary? You say canary?
No, it was a normal canary, and then we transformed it in a.
It was just a canary that visited us for a few months here. He came through the window, and he got out through the window after. But in between, I did some marvelous samples of it. This was one of the. I think it was one, but not the initiation sound we used for the track. But yeah, so that's why the title is coming. Where the title is coming from.
Yeah.
And in this loop, you know, when you have 4 people and you can add a little and change a bit and talk about it, how do you actually decide when the piece is finished?
good question.
Yeah, good question. This was not very.
It's hard to decide with one person. Huh? Even if you're working alone, it's still hard to decide when it's with four.
But actually, I think I don't know, maybe I'm saying something silly here. I think it was easier so far to finish tracks, no?
Yeah.
What do you think, Ludwig? I think it was quite natural, actually. It was like, I mean, that's the thing. In this one, I don't remember, but I don't remember having a bad experience for sure.
We didn't have a procedure to finish tracks or something. It was really some very intentional.
I think we communicate a lot. I think we really ask, like, what do you think, guys?
Yeah.
And we just do. Are we all we all agree it's fine, or? And usually, I think we have a nice. We can read the room in a way where we can understand each other very like in an effective way. Like it's okay, it's done, it's nice. Let's release it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna increase the difficulty of this question. So if Canarialien was 3 years ago, hard to remember how it was going, there is a new piece, right? Those Who, which is also a sound poem, also both based on the lyrics or the poem by Maud. Yeah. How was it going then? That you must remember, that's fresh.
Yes.
I think the difference was that in this case, there was first the poem and then we made the sound for the poem. In the Canarialien, it was, I think, if I'm right, it was reversed. And yes, it was the same procedure, starting and like working with this cadaveris moment. And the finishing, I remember that I wanted to add more, but the others agreed on. So this was, yeah, I don't know. This was different. In this case, I don't know why, but I am very fine with this actual version, of course.
I think in this last one, even personally for myself, I think, and compared to the first song poem, I think I tried to understand it better, for example. I think we all now try to. I think it feels more of a mature piece this time. I mean, it sounds. I think it sounds, for example, sonically more coherent, and even the sound there, it's respecting more the poem. And it's funny because when we talk about the piece, and that's maybe a thing, for example, that Ludwig is saying. Even myself, I didn't add it too much when was the first part done. And of course, this is normal when I mean, if I'm the last one or if in the third one, there's this normal struggles of there's a lot of substance there already. You need to be careful not to, say to your ego or you're wanting to do so much and just respect the piece. But yeah, I think this time was different. It was more mature for sure. And I also didn't add so much. I tried to listen first and interpret more, but then at the end also it was the same. I guess I think we all decided like, yeah, it's done.
I will just read a little comment from Arzu that the Canarialien work, the sound started, let's say, as a first inspiration, and then the poem came, and for those who it was the beginning with the poem.
I didn't remember that.
Is this something, let's say, working with the text, is this something that you're gonna continue doing? Is it like a new beginning, a series?
Of course.
Yeah.
We are open for this, and it's also like a nice. I don't know the English word. But it enriches or complements what our sound works are saying, for example.
And for those who, for now, it exists as a soundtrack, or there's also a video or animation or clip.
We have a clip.
Sorry, can you?
We have
Those
a
who?
clip or yes.
Those who? Do you also have a kind of music clip or animation, or it's now just the sound?
No, for now we are not. Yeah, it's just the sound for now. Yeah. I mean, with the Canarialien. Yeah, here we go. I think again, it's in the spirit of the collective. Just let's try now to expand also and try animation. It made sense, or I think for us it made sense to try it like this, and with the compulsive invitation, of course. So it was a nice opportunity to just let's try also to expand or techniques or methods of also expressing. And so animation made sense for now. For those who yeah, we didn't thought in doing anything for now on that. But yeah, we are open. I don't think we have restrictions like that. That's why, for example, some poems, it's been working nice and we enjoy doing them. The animation now also, it was great fun and it made sense. So yeah, let's see.
But you said you have, you also work as a graphic designer, so you do have a visual background, right? Ours have also background in animation. So theoretically speaking, technically, guys, you can totally go with it if you decide you need it.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I mean, and it's very bureaucratic as well, democratic as well. Our choices in image, and everyone in the group also says what they think, and usually it works right too. But it's true. I think I guess we have some tools, a lot of tools to try new things for sure.
I think this piece, of course, it was coming in very handy for compulsive, since as a main platform to present the works, we chose YouTube, and therefore even people who mostly work with sound at some point could be tempted, to try what a visual does, or a series of visual sequence. On the other hand, that doesn't mean that everything must become watchable, right?
Yeah.
Of course, we miss concerts when, or performances when you can just come there and play. When it is more digital based or internet based, it is very kind of tricky. You think you need an image, to keep the attention of the people because you are not there personally. I also thought, looking back at this, the whole series that we did now of 9 weeks, 9 different works, I thought it doesn't, for me personally, at least, it doesn't feel too forced. In my case, I was saying, well, it is a podcast, and I choose one very maybe disturbing image that I put there that you can look at, but in the end, it still goes back to your head. While other people were showing video essays or documentary essays, experimental video art. And altogether, it was, for me personally, creating a feeling of a little bit more space, that we can also source people from other disciplines that feel more free now to also, try a little bit with the video art or with the documentary style. Since Arzu was commenting a few times already, helping us to talk about WORRAN, I also wanted to make a little announcement that tomorrow, it's Sunday, 16th of May, and it is the last day of the show that Arzu is participating. It is happening now in Leuven, it's 2, and Arzu is showing their sound installation. So for those of you who are based in Belgium, you can still use that probably cloudy and rainy Sunday to go inside and see some new sound pieces. Do you want guys to tell us about your personal plans or plans of WORRAN as collective for the near future?
Well, we have an appointment made, even if it is a little unsure to realize because of the pandemic. We want to meet in in Porto, so we want to do a second gathering, and yeah, that should be in August. And yeah, it would be fantastic to have another week or a little less to see.
And we'll try to make to the beach this time.
Of course. Well,
Tiago,
beach, man.
I want to ask Tiago about Portugal. How is it now with venues, with museums, with art spaces? Are things open now?
Yeah, we just unlocked, let's say, like last 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, I guess. So, yeah, things are getting back to, I mean, the new normal, let's say. And, but I still, to be honest, I still didn't have time to be more cultural active, let's say. Like
you just stayed in.
Yeah. So, but yeah, things are getting back again, and I think this year people will try to, you know, adapt to the circumstances and do it differently. And because, yeah, we are all eager and have some hungry for, you know, this type of things. And it's nice to see the city again getting life, yeah, especially, and yeah.
I was just, I was saying maybe by August there will be a possibility to actually do, you know, a live event for you guys.
Yeah, we thought about that. We are trying already some. We might have a possibility. Let's see. But first of all, I mean, even if we just gather again and have fun and try to explore again and play and experiment, that will be great. And then if we can do that, that will be perfect. But with this time, we also, I think we need to be a little bit realistic, or make that as an advantage as well. Sure. I mean, for example, our jamming online sessions now, which is being fun. It was a consequence of COVID, so, and maybe something that before we wouldn't do it so much, or we would not be so forced to do it, and suddenly happened. So it was like a bliss in disguise. Let's say. Yeah, it's how we say it, right? A bliss in disguise. Yes. Yeah.
I can compare, like you said, you know, about being hungry and eager. It's when you're really starving, even just a piece of bread feels amazing, you know, when you
exactly.
can actually get that piece of bread. But since you mentioned that you hopefully planning to have a reunion in August, I also wanted to say that we're, as Compulsive, as a sound platform, we're also thinking to continue these things that we're doing and do a mini summer pulse session. And in that case, that will be really cool, you know, to connect online,
yeah.
put the phone, set the camera, press the button, go live, you know, and then we can also help you to stream it, you know, to this 101 followers that we have by now. And since you're also planning this thing in summer, maybe we can synchronize and have you live from Porto.
Okay, yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, we definitely should try it, yeah.
I would say consider it to be an invitation to join us.
Cool. We'll pass the word. I mean, I also can comment. She comments baguettes and bread. I think it's a yes.
I think she means yes, yeah. Well, I'm not going to make it too long because it's a little sad also for me since it is the last week of our Spring Pulse, and I was super happy to have you guys to talk about the piece and to show us your faces and to make this possible plan for August that we can co-stream something. And thank you very much. I hope your plans work. Tiago, have a nice time in Belgium. Ludwig, and lots of success from us. And for everybody who was watching right now and who's gonna watch it later, keep reading what we write from time to time, because I think the summer pulse is coming soon.
Well, thanks for having us. It was great to talk about our work. And thanks for the invitation as well for the Compulsive.
Thank you. Well, then we see each other soon, at least online.
Yes. All right, cool.
Ciao,
Okay.
everybody. Have a nice
Thanks a lot.
Sunday, or no, not Sunday yet, Saturday. And I will finish it.
Bye bye.
Bye.